Hi, this is Anna Prosser for Kingston HyperX here at MLG Winter Championships 2012, standing here with Ben Baker, aka Evil Geniuses DeMusliM. Ben, can you give us the rundown of how your tournament went now that we're in day 3?
Well, I started off in pool play, which was pretty cool. I qualified here from Winter Arena and did pretty well there. The tournament itself didn't go very well for me. I came 5th in the pool, or 5th in my pool, which I should have came at least 3rd, so I did way worse than expected there, and then I fell to the guy that beat Puma just before me, which was Sake, so I finished top 30, I do believe, but yeah, not the best run for me at all.
I heard that Sake actually had a really great run this tournament. How were your games against him?
Yeah, he had an amazing run. Like, after me, he beat a couple of Koreans, I do believe, and just did way better than anybody expected. Against me, he kind of faked me out. Like, he did one thing, and then Protoss is very easy to just say, hey, I'm going to do another thing, you know? And unless you use 2 scans to see absolutely everything, or have buildings floating in space to see everything, you cannot predict it. So both games, something like that happened, and yeah, he played really well.
Well, when we talked to you on day 1, I believe you were saying that you were just kind of having a hard time keeping your head in the game. Day 2, you seemed a little bit more refreshed. You seemed a little bit more on top of things. How do you deal with those nerves? What did you do to kind of get yourself back on track and then start winning a little bit more?
Yeah, the first day, I tried to sleep really well, so I took a couple of Benadryl just to sleep well, and yeah, I slept for something like 12 hours, but I woke up feeling so tired anyway. Then I took some medication to wake me up, and then it just kind of like, it made me way too sensitive to my mouse and such, and then I was just like overreacting to any little problem. So that happened the first day, and then the second day, I took half the amount of Benadryl, so I woke up feeling a bit more refreshed, but I still felt really tired, and yeah, I just tried to keep relaxed. Before everybody in the team, including yourself, knows that I have big problems with just mentally, you know, like whether the littlest thing that goes wrong, it'll be like the biggest mountain to climb for me from then on, and I tried to remove that from my head and just be like, whatever I'm feeling, I'll just try to play my best anyway. So yeah, that went a bit better for day 2. I almost beat JYP. We had a really close series. I should have won, but yeah, just trying to be relaxed.
So do you have advice, as this is kind of something you've been working on, for people who may have a similar issue with nerves? Can you give advice to someone who may be working on that?
Yeah, I very much can, or I very well can. Treat every practice game you play as life or death, and if you feel that hot feeling like flowing over you just in practice, that's great. Like, maintain that. And then as soon as it gets to the real games, that's when you can relax and just put all your, like, realize that all your practice is going to kick in. That's when you can really shine. That's when you can have fun with the game, and really, you can even experiment a little in these like serious games and just do things that you can react to feeling rather than like just practice, you know. So that's when all the practice has been done, all the hard work, and this is when it's going to pay off. That's how I've been thinking about it.
Well, another support system that you had here was your girlfriend Abby was here, and people love to talk about kind of the social lives of the players on EG as well. Is that something that you like to talk about, or something you'd rather keep kind of private?
I can talk about it.
Well, just how has it been having, you know, your significant other here, maybe some other friends of the team, getting to hang out with your teammates? What has it been like?
It's been really nice, actually. I got to show her off quite a bit, so that was cool. And yeah, she's just been like super supportive of me. If I've lost, she's been there smiling behind me, just saying it's okay. Even if she doesn't know like Starcraft 2 in depth, she'll be like, "You pwned him," you know, just saying some pretty cool Starcraft mottos, and just bringing me absolutely everything I need, be it water, whatever, getting me seats, like shooing people away, you know, just being like everything I could have wished for. So like super cool, yeah. And yeah, I can't really say much more than it's been like awesome, and I'd love to do it every time.
In keeping with kind of the advice, a question that I get a lot is, how do you maintain a relationship successfully when you're a pro gamer, meaning you have to be playing video games at least 10 or so hours a day, and a lot of times that gets in the way of a healthy relationship. Obviously that's something we all work on a day-to-day basis, but do you have any advice on that subject?
Well, yeah, I don't have it like finely tuned or anything. Like, there's always going to be little crop ups or whatever, like given that you spend anything up to 10 hours a day on the PC, you know, and then your significant other's just like, what are they doing? But like, the only thing I can recommend is you find somebody that like truly understands what you do, and you have to try and make them, I didn't have to, but you have to try and make them understand that it is a job, and this is what you do for a living, and this means a lot to you, like a lot, you know. Like Abby's seen me lose and be like so emotional, and so yeah, she like, I've been equally as emotional when winning and such, and yeah, she knows it's a job for me. She knows it's like my life pretty much, and Yeah, I haven't had the misfortune of having to like kind of grow with her and make her understand. She was just there to kind of like take it all on her shoulders and just be like, bam, this is what you can do. And if anything, she's like made me play more. So I've just been really fortunate, and I don't really have that good advice for anybody since I haven't been in that position. Sorry.
Well, you mentioned that maybe she doesn't understand StarCraft to a finely tuned level. So let's transition to talking a little bit more about StarCraft on a deeper level. Okay. Being a Terran, and now we have a Terran in the grand finals, have you noticed any new strategies coming out of this tournament? Anything that you've particularly noticed that has been interesting or surprising to you in terms of Terran strategy?
There was one build that Marine King Prime did. Like, in general, like every build that he does is kind of finicky. Like, it's weird, it just pops out of nowhere. And a lot of the people don't really know how to react to him, given that you can throw anything at them. So everybody plays kind of safe against him. But there's been no no huge revolution of a strategy coming out. But it's just been Marine King Prime playing awfully weird against everybody. So when I say awfully weird build orders, getting to standard compositions, but he just does it more weird than everybody else, and cuts a lot of corners, and a lot of people don't do that. And I mean, the few games that I've seen where Dom Ragu did just say like, hey, if you're going to play weird, I'm just going to smash you. Like, he did really smash. He was like 100 supply up in like a matter of 10 minutes, and just dealt with him. But there's going to be a lot that I'm going to take from this, and I've been relying on staying too standard. I'm very readable. I was like trying to count on my mechanics to win games, whereas this event more than any others made me realize that you just can't do that. You have to win the mental game. You can't just win the physical game. And Marine King Prime, he's got the micro to back up his crazy, wacky thinking. So all props to him, and that's what I'm going to take away from this event.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in future tournaments and wish you the best of luck. Is there anyone you want to thank or give shout-outs to before we sign off?
Well, I'd like to thank yourself for the interview. I'd like to thank EG Management, especially Cody, since he's awesome. EG itself and all its sponsors, Intel, SteelSeries, Monster, Kingston, Beyond Gaming, Sapphire, and Intel Extreme Boards. They're all amazing. Thank you for putting me here where I am and living in a great EG house. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Abby, since she's been awesome this event.
And I personally would like to thank Kingston HyperX as well for bringing me out here, letting me do wonderful interviews like this with people like you, Ben, and thanks to you for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Anna.